Yeah, we can, between this, we'll figure it out. Okay, well, one of the problems we're going to have is that the gamepad's almost out of battery. Well, we can work, we'll figure it out.
He won't listen to me.
He can't hear shit.
Scoot your chair left real quick, please. What? You scoot your chair left.
We're going to work off this. We got it. Technical difficulties. All right. So we got Camber as Link and, is that Amos? Okay. Yeah, okay. So, but we got Link and Marth. We're gonna have some nice sword clashing going on.
I think we see a little bit more talent from Salas today, but it's very crucial if he gets the first match.
Camber's the comeback king, man. He's the upset king.
Salas gets very easily upset.
Well, then I guess the first match isn't the one we need to care about, is it? Camber's got a lot of that offensive pressure. Well, they're both very offensive, in-your-face kind of players, so.
North is a very strong aerial game, which is made up.
Yeah. Well, and it's very interesting because they're both about, like I said, they're both fantastic in-your-face melee pressure characters. Marth has that little bit better aerial game, but of course he doesn't have anything to handle Link's like ranged keep away techniques. So he just kind of needs to really play rushdown here. Which he's doing a pretty solid job of so far. Camber embarrassing himself. First match. Yeah. I'm sorry, at that point I count that as a suicide. He's trying. Ooh! Blowing them both up.
At this point, Camber needs to be a little bit more aggressive with his gameplay.
Yeah, well, once again.
The tactic wasn't working before.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Marth is faster. He's one of the faster characters, so he has an easier time getting around that keep away game. There we go.
Now these two do have a fair amount of play against each other before, as their brothers, just like me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like I said, it's going to boil down to, you know, the keep away game is a good way to frustrate his opponent, and it's going to be a great way to get little bits of damage. But if he doesn't go in for a kill move, that's one of the things that really hurt Camber. Is he was racking up some damage, but he wasn't doing anything with it. So versus with Marth doesn't have that problem because anything he does to deal damage will have a decent amount of knockback. And that counter makes it a little bit less safe for Link to go in, you know, and try to apply that melee pressure. It's definitely not an ideal matchup, but it's not that far off.
I was seeing some frustration from Salas a little bit earlier, but that's gone now.
Yeah.
And it's over. Salas, watch out. Come back, kids.
Upset King.
Watch out. Come back, kids. The upset king. Everything.
Yeah.
Is the microphone going close to the mic?
Nah, I mean, dude, we're not gonna get in that little crevice. Fuck that noise. Thank you, Brett.
We've lost the platform.
Yeah, his zoning game is gonna be a little bit better now. You know, Link has a pretty solid ability to take control of the stage. I mean, up there with like Samus and Duck Hunt. Not quite on Duck Hunt's level, but pretty much up there with Samus.
Fortunately, if I have seen Samus does tend to do very good after his first victory.
Yeah, well, you know, it's and admittedly, a zoning game is only as good as you apply it. So, like, he's not using the bow nearly enough. And the boomerang, throws that boomerang out like crazy, and it's helping to control space, but he's not following up with it. He's not trying to use it to pull him back in so he can lead him into an attack, but he's also not using it to interrupt him. It's just kind of getting thrown out there to limit his options, but it doesn't feel intentional. Yeah, I don't think Camber's got this. I think it's a bad matchup for him. I don't think it fits his playstyle well. I think Silas has this. You know, I think really what he needs to aim for is just trying to get a kill off so that it's not completely one-sided. That's what I'm calling it.
Now I can attest to this. I think that Silas has only ever been upset once by Camber.
Yeah. Well, I see him blowing himself up with bombs. What is going on? Like, well, like I said, Link needs to build up a little more damage before Marth can really knock him out with one solid attack. But, you know, like I said, we're steadily inching towards that point. It won't be much longer. Yeah. So he got a kill, but I mean, once again, you know, he's got a very, very, you know, Silas has a very strong lead. Yeah, we got this tiny little screen over here. It's beautiful. Oh, there goes my bottle cap.
The damage has been just about even.
Well, you know, like I said, Camber can still win this, but it's not looking likely. And even if he wins this, he's got to win a second match.
Oh. Barely escaped from that attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see Camber winning this.
I also feel a little bit flustered here. I do think his damage gauge will carry out his
Oh, I mean, Camber's coming back. Yeah, Silas has too much to lead and an advantage in terms of fighting styles. I would just call it, it's a very safe call for Silas at this point.
I don't know.
It's not for sure. It's not for sure, but I mean, I think it's a safe-ish call.
Camber's still closing the gap.
Yeah. See, there we go. At that percentage, that's what's going to happen.